Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Eve. Came on to the channel, and today I want to take a look at Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch collecting and where to start in 2023. Now, obviously, if you don't know, this is only half my Switch collection. I obviously have a load more games in this. I just can't be bothered to put them all in the video view. But let me discuss where I think you should look when collecting for the Switch and what to start with. Now, first of all, you've got the consoles themselves. Now, as you know, there's 3 different versions of the Nintendo Switch. You've got the standard Switch, you've got the OLED model, and you've got the Switch Lite. Now, the Switch Lite has the most color variants, and obviously the cheaper models. So, if you want to get a Switch Lite and you want to play portably, then I recommend just getting a Switch Lite. If you want to have it be like the actual home console experience, then you got a choice between the standard Switch or the Switch OLED. That's your decision which one you want to pay for. OLED's about 50 quid more than the standard Switch. Now, when it comes to games and how to procure games, that also depends on what you want, because there are many different outlets you can get. I know in the UK we've got CEX, we've got Game, we've got Amazon, eBay, Funstock. There's loads of different companies that sell Switch games, or at least stores you can buy Switch games from. Now, personally, one of my favourite things to do when it comes to Switch collecting is I go to my local game store, because Game's a UK retailer, and basically they'll have these like 2 for £20 bundles for certain games. So I could walk in and get some games, so get 2 games for £20. Sometimes the games themselves are £20, and then you just basically have a game for free, right? And those are obviously good deals to me, especially since they're rather cheap, and some of the games are pretty good and pretty interesting. Now, for games you can't get on those sort of deals, I would say go for some more, whatever tickles your fancy, really. Like, if you can't see some of these games here, I've got like Star Wars games, I've got anime-based games, I got the Mario 3D All-Stars collection, which, by the way, if you're a game collector for Switch, you need to get that, you need to pick that game up. But yeah, one thing you got to be wary of when collecting physical games for Switch is the download code options, because some games are just download codes only that are in a fancy case. That's all it is. So I'd say be careful of that. Make sure it doesn't say download only on the case before you pick it up, in which case you might as well just buy it on the Switch eShop, where you can probably get it for cheaper. But that's just my opinion. Now, are there any games I recommend on Switch? Obviously, I recommend getting Mario 3D All Stars. I recommend Star Wars Jedi Knight, and there's 2 different Star Wars collections you can get, which has like 2 different classic games. One's got Star Wars Jedi Knight on it, and one's got Star Wars, I think it's Republic Commando on it. Those are both good gets, in my opinion. Obviously, Daemon X Machina is a fun game. Obviously, you got games like Bayonetta 3, which are huge right now, which you might want to grab. There's quite a few games from Switch you might want to grab, whether it be Nintendo first-party titles or third-party games. Obviously, Saints Row the Third's on the Switch. You might as well grab that. That's a fun little game. There's tons of different games you can actually grab on Switch. There's like 6,000 games, and quite a few of them have physical releases. But you also got to be cautious of the limited run stuff. So stuff like limited run games or strictly limited games have the rights to publish on physical cartridges. Those won't be around. Those won't be around forever. So if you want to grab one of them, I would recommend grabbing them as soon as you can, because once those go off sale, the second-hand market for those games is going to be huge, and it's going to be very costly. Now, guys, those are my thoughts on Switch collecting in 2023, and some little tips and tricks I'd give you. I'd also recommend buying games in bulk. So buying games, like if you see them on like eBay, buy a bulk, like say there's like tons of them for like 10, 20, 30, whatever pounds. Grab them, obviously, keep them, see which ones you like, which ones you don't like, and then obviously sell off the ones you don't want. That's just how I would do it as well if you go through eBay. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. I've been EthCade, and I'm signing out. Peace.